This is Philip Winters, vocalist and guitarist of Tyrant.
This is Andrew Winters, the drummer of Tyrant.
And you're watching Brutally Delicious Podcast. Are they watching it or listening?
They can do both.
Okay.
You know? That is, I'm Scandinavian, so
This meeting is being recorded.
you know, we have numbers that make sense when we talk about like temperature and and whatever weight.
I don't get the whole metric system, so I'm with you guys.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's terrible. Tens and hundreds and thousands makes no sense. So hard to normalize. Yeah.
I guess it's whatever.
But hey, good to meet you guys. I'm really glad
Likewise.
you're here.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I don't know, Rena, you want to jump in first or you want me to take it?
No, go ahead.
So, for those not familiar with Tyrant, then, I guess, can you give us the 2-sentence elevator pitch?
Heavy metal music from Michigan, straight up just pure heavy metal.
Okay. So, the lowest level, your new release on Pavement Records came out, last Friday?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's done and complete, how do you feel about it? And are you satisfied with the outcome?
I feel a huge sense of relief just because we worked really, really hard on it. And we self-produced the entire thing. So that was a new task for us. But yeah, the reception has been overwhelmingly positive so far. So it's pretty gratifying, just this past week and seeing all the CD orders coming in and vinyl orders and all the streams and stuff like that.
Did you do all the engineering yourself as well?
Yeah, him and I did all of the engineering, all the production. We didn't do the mix and master. That was Alex Pera from Second Sight Sound. But yeah, we wanted to engineer and produce the record in a way that we like to listen to the record. So all the drum sounds are real. All the guitar sounds are exactly what we recorded. We just took the time to really get the sound right.
Sweet. Rena, I know I
So
interrupted
did you guys have like a shared vision as in like what you wanted it to sound like? Because like self-producing at worst can be like a nightmare if you got like 4 or 5 people in the band and everybody has like, no, this is the bench. No, this is what we want. And then it's just like, boom, no band. So apparently you guys had it a bit of an easier way doing it.
Yeah, I think everybody was more or less on board of just wanting to make a good sounding record. We didn't really have any specific vision of what we were trying to mimic or X, Y, and Z. We just wanted to make something that sounded good,
Right. So when you sent it off to mix, you didn't give them any references. So it was just like, here you go. Here's the tracks. Do your magic. And,
yeah.
Okay.
They asked for a reference and we said, just make it sound good, man. Use your ears.
Right.
Make it sound good.
Just put all the shitty tracks down and or the awesome tracks up.
Yeah.
All the shitty tracks. Are there shitty tracks on the record?
No.
I don't think so.
When you guys are writing, are you writing like for the stage, like how the song would come across in a live setting, or are you writing the song for a song's sake and then adapting it to the stage?
I probably do that, do that with some of my drum parts and how I play it live, make it like very theatrical, visibly pleasing.
Yeah. We did a tour in August and we played some of the new stuff. It was kind of interesting to see which ones went over really well with the audiences and then which ones, kind of not as well. And, so we kind of throughout the tour, we tailored the performance of each song to get a better reception. So, once you record and write a song and then you play it live a year later, it's completely different, for any band.
So it's
in a way, and it's funny that you can have like a song that really, really kicks ass and works on the recording, and then for some reason when you play it live, people go out to get some more beer. You know? Like and then you can tell, like, all right, for some reason we're fucking boring right now.
Yeah.
But that's like a good approach to like fine tune your sets according to that response. And apparently you guys have had plenty of gigs then. You said you did a tour in August. How big a tour was it? How many places did you go?
I think it was like 8 or 9 days, but we did a show every single day, pretty much throughout our region. You know, we went to Fort Wayne, Indiana, Illinois, did a couple dates in Ohio, Kentucky, St. Louis, and then we ended at Michigan Metal Fest, and then we played Full Terror Assault last month.
How was that?
That was awesome. We were in the middle of nowhere. Nobody had cell reception, and it was just a good time. Everybody there just loves heavy metal. It's so refreshing to just be around people. Yeah, be around people who just love heavy music.
Yeah, especially after everybody's been locked up for so long, right? I mean, I imagine the crowd was crazy at a festival like that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, especially at night.
Yeah, especially at night. People got wild.
Do you ever?
Yeah, and that's.
Go
ahead, Bruce. Sorry.
No, please.
Yeah, like because I'm in Finland, the country that has most metal bands per capita. You know, so like here, people did not return to the gigs like they did before the pandemic. Like it never got to normal. Like there was so many festivals that got canceled because obviously like everybody's trying to host their event now, and there's just not enough people to attend, and thus a lot of the things just got like plug was pulled before anything cool got to happen. So that's not how it is with you guys, that there's like people are like swarming to get there and rock out apparently.
Yeah, and I mean you know, one thing I've noticed is a lot of metal bands are getting their entire European tours canceled before they even start. And so a lot of bands are just touring the US now. It's a really, really saturated market at this point. You know, everybody's touring the US, and it's because people are showing up, you know?
Right. Yeah, because it actually works vice versa. Like a lot of the European bands are canceling their US tours just because of the prices, because like, you know, just the expenses are so insane right now, gas prices and everything, that there's zero chance that they can even break even, let alone like make somehow tolerable loss on the tour, which often happens, obviously, but that it just becomes impossible. But I guess that's like not entirely bad, because it gives more attention to the local bands, or local as in like the local, you know, area. But seriously, like, you know, that there's an upside to that.
When you guys are writing, is there a message you want your fans to take away from after listening to, you know, the new record, The Lowest Level, or even the single Pray for the Night, or like a takeaway?
That's kind of a tricky question, because we've always kind of wanted to allow people to have their own meanings and stuff that they draw from the songs and the music. Sometimes, you know, we write songs and they're very explicit of what they mean. Do you have anything that you want people to take away?
I don't know. I kind of want them, like, when they're done listening to it, just be like, wow, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair enough.
Yeah. That's awesome. And that's basically, I guess, the essence of metal. The people go like, holy fuck, what just happened? You know? Let's do it again.
So how did you come to the attention of Pavement, and how did you end up getting that deal? So
we've kind of been looking around for record labels for a little while, and we got some hits back from a few of them. And then when we were just kind of looking at all the deals and agreements side by side, Pavement's agreement made the most sense for us. And they're nice guys, and they work really, really hard. So
yeah, we do a lot of work with them. A lot of their artists have been on the show here.
Yeah.
Rena?
Tell me about your day. Like, if you're not playing metal, what the fuck do you think is cool to do?
You want to start this one?
Yeah. In the summertime, I like to ride my longboard a lot and like draw.
What?
It's like a skateboard, but like a long skateboard,
Okay.
and like ride that around and like draw.
Yeah.
That's not much. I just play my drums and draw.
No, that's really cool.
No, that's a lot.
So 80s. Yeah, like not the drawing part, but the longboard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know, like you're wearing your trash vest and just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Totally cool.
So what do you
then?
What about you?
What's your
Oh,
go-to thing to draw inspiration from?
Well, I draw a lot of inspiration from like other forms of entertainment, you know, reading, a lot of cinema, a lot of like him and I, we play video games on occasion. The other two guys are really big gamers too. So every once in a while we'll all just hang out, play games. But yeah, reading and like, you know, film for me is my number one and number two. And thinking. That's what I like to do when I'm not playing heavy metal.
What are you reading right now? Right. What are you reading right now?
I'm reading 1984 by George Orwell.
Oh, nice.
No way! My favorite book.
Yeah,
I love that book.
I started it. Yeah, I started it like a week or two ago, and I'm only like 40 pages in at this point. But it's a great read so far.
Is this your first time through it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know I'm a little late on that, but
It's timely though, right?
yeah, very. And I don't know if I'm like looking for the parallels, but they seem to be pretty obvious, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's like, okay, let's do literature for a little bit. Like, because 1984 is one like very spot on depiction of where we are and how our society is developing. But then there's also Aldous Huxley's Brave New World.
Yep.
Which is another vision of what humanity is heading for. And it's also where we are now, like with the happy pills and like, you know, that we all need to have medication to deal with reality on reality's terms. And it's fucking freaky because those are supposed to be like really dystopic.
Like sci-fi almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you could throw Animal Farm in there too, right?
Yeah, that is specifically about like capitalism, but it's an Orwell book obviously as well. But that is very much on like how communism quickly turns into the power of the few, and how the few will take advantage of the. Oh God, I'm getting like goosebumps because that book like it's fucking heartbreaking when they take the horse away to the glue fucking factory and make sausages out of it, and like, you know, I can't, it's too much. Like I can't even, like when The Walking Dead had that CGI tiger in the season when they had like the kingdom and the saviors and the whole full-on war with the cities, and the kingdom guy had that CGI tiger, and I knew that it was gonna come. They're gonna kill the fucking tiger, and I can't watch it, so I had to backtrack my steps. Like I went like several episodes ahead, and saw that there's no tiger, and then just like reversed my steps and like did not watch the one where the tiger dies. So
nice.
It's tricky. It's you gotta protect your soul from the evil of the world. Even if it's,
very true.
Even if it's belief. But yeah, this is cool, and I can imagine like reading deep literature like that. Nothing wrong with like light entertainment. We all need crappy bullshit to like unwind our brain. But like is that like societal angle really present in what you do and what you write?
Not really, because I mean I do a lot of the lyrical writing. He kind of proofs it, and you know, he might hear certain words or phrases that I don't, but I try to stay away from the preachy political stuff, just because it's kind of been done a million times, you know. Like on the new album, there's a few songs, and I read more than like I'm big into like theology, like the Divine Comedy, or like, you know, philosophy, like Meditations by Marcus Aurelius and stuff like that. But on the new album, you know, there's one song about like the greater and lesser keys of Solomon, and you know, like magical ley lines and just stuff like that I've kind of read all about, because big into like the magical stuff too, you know?
Right.
I think
That is-
metal
that is
goes
super
hand in hand with the sort of magical
Mhm.
sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
because what I'm reading is the fluids of the human body used in the magic of Finnish Ugrian nations. A magic psychological study. Yes.
Nice.
So-
Sounds
Is
cool.
it good?
yeah, and it's so good to like derive all that stuff from there, because like the more you can link, let's say, ley lines to 1984, the more you can find the parallels and the
Yeah.
connections, the more interesting your stuff is going to be, and the more like it's going to give to people. Like if you can find a connection that nobody else has pinpointed, or
Mhm.
like, and I don't mean that there needs to be some sort of magical, oh my God, we cracked the code, but like, but just finding new ways to think and describe is always
Yeah.
interesting.
So I know you said you're into cinema as well. Can you recommend a movie you think our listeners should go see?
Well, I actually just finished watching the Dahmer series, which I thought was pretty decent. I know that's pretty viral right now.
It's very viral,
and-
right?
Yeah, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's so graphic," and I was like, they didn't even scratch the surface on what they could have done. But I'm definitely looking forward to the new Hellraiser that's coming out in a few weeks.
So let me ask you a question
Yeah.
about Dahmer then, because I've seen a bunch of controversy. It's coming, right? I saw a bunch of controversy where like survivor or family members of the murder victims are like having to relive all this trauma again because this is like the number one thing in the world. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on that?
I mean, I imagine it's probably not easy, but they have to be getting a paycheck somewhere.
Seriously.
Like, they're not just profiting off these families for nothing, especially from Netflix.
Right.
They have to be getting paychecks. But then again, that doesn't really undo it. But,
So I'll be honest with you. I watched an episode and a half, and it was too much for me. Maybe because it's too real, and I don't know. I had to draw a line somewhere, and I was like, it's too much for me.
yeah.
But I know it's like the number one thing in the country right now, maybe in the world. I don't know if it's popular over there, Rena.
Yeah, it's probably popular. I'm still working my way through Sandman, so like that's next on my list is Dahmer.
Mhm.
But I doubt it'll be too much. I used to work at a funeral office. So,
Yeah, it was. They could have been very graphic with it, but I think they were going for mass appeal, so they kept it kind of vanilla and just kind of told the story.
Right. So I'm just the wuss here in the
Yeah,
That's
and,
one way
like,
to put it.
If you think about it like that, we already had like Mindhunter a couple of years ago. Was it even
That was
3
good,
years ago
too.
already? It was good. It was good. So like, if you're gonna go down the whole like family and blah 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 victims, blah blah blah, then we should have 9/11 movies, for instance, and there's
True.
plenty. Like I understand the personal level of what that is, but I tend to agree with you that I'm sure it's somehow financially recuperated.
Oh, yeah.
A word, I don't know. but anyway, yeah. So it's art is art, fantasy fiction is fiction, even if it's based on reality. And these are the stories that they tell. Like there's been plenty of shows on Manson, for instance.
Yeah.
Charlie
Mhm.
Manson.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
I'm sure the Tate family is still out there,
Right.
like, and nobody's stopped them from doing those shows. So
Yeah.
is it really the families of the victims or survivors like making this fuss? Because today it seems like a lot of the fusses are not created by the people who are actually affected by whatever's going on, but it's outsiders saying that these people, I bet, are like, taking this really hard.
could
And
be,
they're
yeah.
like, no, not really. No, you are. You totally are. Stop it. Like, what you doing? And like this sort of substitute offense, taking offense by proxy is a little bit
Mhm.
worrying. So I don't know anything about this like Dahmer controversy, whether it is the families or not, but if it isn't, then I guess it's a non-issue.
Right.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So let's run back to Tyrant here because we're running up on time. What is next for you guys? You guys hitting the road, doing any shows, or what do you have planned next?
I think
Film another music video.
Yeah, I think the next thing is do another music video, and then hopefully do a full U.S. tour at some point next year, and then just do as many support tours as we can. You know,
Just out there.
yeah, just get out in front of as many people as possible, and all while writing another new album.
You already writing that?
Yeah, well, him and I started demoing some new songs. What was it, last week?
Yeah.
And just to stay on top of new music and, you know, make the next release even better.
Gotcha. Are you doing the video yourselves, or?
I was just gonna ask, is that gonna be a self-producing project again?
No, we have he's actually a high school buddy of ours that has done all of our video work, and he did the Pray for the Night video, so we're gonna work with him again. He knows exactly what we're going for, and you know, I want to support people I care about. So
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's all I've got. Raina, you got anything else?
I think we might be good here, but
all right,
perfect. Hey,
Cool.
thank you guys. This was
Yeah,
really
thanks.
nice.
thanks for
Yeah, I
having
know
us.
we meandered a bit, but we like to just wander. So
No, it's good. I like when the conversation is organic and natural and not just like a bunch of questions.
yeah, we try and
Which
keep
are
it.
the same questions over and over and over and over again. Like,
Yeah.
you know, how many times can you answer? How was studio? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. We played instruments, sang vocals, boom, tracks, mix. You know, like that's
Exactly.
studio. Like, unless there's a specific anecdote, you know, that.
Yeah.
Well, it blew up when we were there. You know, then it becomes interesting. But other
Right.
than that, not really. You know.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys taking the time. Good luck with the new single and the tour if you get out there, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Be well, my friends.
Excuse me, guys.
See ya.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye.
Hello out there. Yes, hello out there, everyone. I'm Hal Schwartz.
And I'm Flynn McLean. Together we host None But the Brave, a podcast dedicated to the music and career of Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce and E Street Band are on tour right now for the first time in 6 years, and we're taking a detailed look at what's happening on stage in our bi-weekly episodes.
We've also been recently joined by some very exciting guests, including rock journalist Warren Zanes and Stephen Hayden, Backstreet's Magazine founder Charles Cross, and Barstool's Kirk Minahan.
If you're a diehard Springsteen fan, this is the show for you.
So please subscribe to None But the Brave on your favorite podcasting platform, and we hope to see you further on up the road.
Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you.